Telling yourself stories is the reason you are staying overweight, out of shape, unhappy with your body, not feeling confident, not having energy. Because if you've ever told yourself, oh, I'm not motivated, or oh, I'm going to fail, or I'm not good enough, or had any other fear of failure based thinking, here's the truth: your focus determines your reality. The story that you tell yourself after a neutral event can completely transform the thoughts that you have, which lead to the actions that you take. The most common one is when you step on the scale, right? For the last couple months, you've been losing weight. All of a sudden, it's 3 pounds up. Oh my gosh. Now you have three options. One, you have the neutral option. That is, the scale is 3 pounds up. You walk away, you don't attach any meaning to the end of that. But here's what most people do: step on the scale, 3 pounds up. Oh my gosh, it's happening. I've hit a plateau. This is a sign it's not working. What should I change? Is this actually worth it? Am I going to lose weight? Am I always going to be overweight for the rest of my life? Oh my God. Is this a sign that maybe I just have bad genetics and this isn't in the cards for me? I'm always going to be overweight. Oh my gosh. That bully in high school is right. I'm always going to be the fat kid. I'm not worthy of losing weight. You can see how quickly that spirals. And as I say that out loud, it probably sounds kind of crazy, like, whoa, that got dark really quick. But that's what happens. Every single time a neutral event happens, you put your meat wagon on a piece of plastic. That's the neutral thing that happened. You stepped on a piece of plastic and it read a number. Our brains are now wired to attach meaning and to give a reason and what that means for the future. And it's really hard to then put a positive spin on it. But this is why having coaching, having education, having a focus on what is good can actually help you stay consistent. Because I would think it'd be pretty obvious that the person who continuously tells them the story that they're not good enough and that they should give up, they're going to have a much harder time in a fat loss journey. Versus what the reality could be is that you carb loaded. For every gram of glycogen that gets stored in your muscles, 3 to 4 grams of water also pairs with that. So if you had a high carb meal the day before, you probably just loaded up your muscles with more fuel and ammunition than you have had in a long time. And stepping on that scale could be that, oh, this is a sign that my next workout is going to be absolutely incredible because my muscles are loaded with glycogen. Think about like almost a sponge soaking up and being fully loaded. And now, boom, you've got all of the fuel that you need to go and explode and perform at a really high level. The negative spin, I'm not good enough. The positive spin, this means that my next workout's going to be amazing. And I know and understand what the mechanisms were behind the weight gain. The neutral example is scales up. Yesterday was down. Tomorrow might be down. Tomorrow might be up. But when you zoom out, you might see the trend line actually showing that you're progressing great. And that's the big thing. The story we tell ourselves is ultimately what leads to us then continuing to take that action. I'll give you guys another example here, a really common one. You're attending an event where people are eating, indulging, drinking heavily, and you're trying to eat healthy. You're trying to maybe cut back on drinking or avoid alcohol entirely. The negative spin, oh my gosh, everyone's going to judge me. They're going to think I'm such a loser. And if I'm a loser and they're judging me, they're going to no longer invite me to events and they're going to think that I'm the weirdo and I'm going to be the one that's made fun of and outcast again. Right. And here's the thing: one, if that's happening truly, probably want to hang out with a different crowd of people. But two, how do you know that that's true? Right. That's a story that you're telling yourself. All you're doing is walking into a bar or you're walking into a restaurant, or you're going to a party and you're saying, oh no, I don't want to eat that. If you were pregnant and you said, oh, I don't want to have alcohol, people would say, oh, cool. No, no worries. I understand. You don't want to harm the baby. But if you're trying to improve your health and lower your blood pressure and improve your blood sugar and lower your cholesterol and actually feel confident in your body for the first time, and you just say, oh no, I'm good. I don't want that. And now they're judging you. What's the difference? Right. And at the end of the day, it's the emotions that cause people to steer clear from the logical things that you want to do. And so that's where storytelling becomes so important, because the neutral response is, oh, no, I don't want one. Right. If you asked a robot, hey, do you want to do this? And it said no, there's no emotion, there's no attachment to the meaning there. And I'm not saying don't be emotional, but the more positive spin is, oh, what if I say, I don't want to drink, and it actually inspires someone to rethink their habits? I remember I was at a brunch one time with a buddy and he said, oh, no, I'm not having a drink. I was like, well, I didn't realize that you were on this journey. I'm not going to have a drink either. And here's the thing, it's not to say that, again, drinking is the example, but what happens is that oftentimes people just go with the flow, right? You're the tide in the relationship with the moon. Whatever direction everyone else is going, that's the direction that you go. What if the positive spin was, oh no, I'm actually going to have a standard and stick to my goals and stick to the commitments that I made, and that's going to inspire other people. And now I am the moon in the relationships with my friends or with my spouse or significant other. And now I'm the one that's inspiring them. They are now the tide rather than just kind of being this wishy washy tide going with the flow of what everyone else does. Positive spin is, oh, now I get to lead. Now I get to actually have the goals that I want. I'm giving up something. I'm sacrificing something. I would even look at the language there and say I'm investing. I'm sacrificing, I'm investing. I'm making a decision to give up this so that I can have this. Everyone holds on to like the C plus habits in their life because they don't want to let go. They're like, oh, the C plus is so good. It's so comfortable. It's like, dude, if you just drop that, you could have the B plus, the A minus, the A plus, right? That's the positive spin that you can put on it. I'll give you the last one, really simple, tactical one. You plan to go for a walk, but it's raining outside. Negative spin, oh, it's cold. I'm tired. I don't want to get wet. It's a sign that I should not go work out today. It's a sign that I should not go for a walk. Neutral spin is it's raining. That's it. There's no story we need to say. The positive spin is, oh man, here's an opportunity where I get to show how committed I am. Here's an opportunity for me to wear my new jacket that I just bought. Because at the end of the day, raining or not raining, you're going to have to go and do hard things to get the results that you want. And man, it would be kind of lame for a little bit of rain to be the reason why you were going to give up on having the life that you wanted, on feeling confident in your body, on having the energy to play with your kids, on being able to progress in your career because you're actually fit to lead the team, the squad, the unit, the company, whatever it is that you do at your job. If rain is going to deter you, how much do you really want that? Right. And again, the story is, oh, it's raining. That's a sign. I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be uncomfortable. Neutral is it's raining. Okay. Awesome weather. That's a guaranteed thing to happen on this planet. Positive spin is, hey, this is when most people give up. This is when most people say, oh, they're too tired. It's too cold. It's too wet. This is why I'm not going to be like most people because I'm willing to walk in the rain. You can actually tell yourself a story that motivates you more because you know that you're separating yourself from what other people are doing. And so if all you do is just take these three things and examples from this video, it can completely transform your life because now you're going to have a different story that you are telling yourself when a specific event happens, which is going to lead to different actions. Beliefs, think about this way. Beliefs is what create emotion. The belief is the story you tell yourself when a specific event happens. So belief then triggers an emotion, and we can listen to that emotion, or we can change our belief, create a different emotion, or just neutrally say, hey, I'm going to just continue to go on anyway and take the actions that will get you where you know you want to get to. And this is all something that stems from a really cool story. I'll give you a quick highlight, but you should look up the Chinese farmer and his horse, because the story effectively goes that this farmer has a horse that he finds and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is going to be the best thing for the farm. We're going to increase the income of the farm. And the farmer says, good or bad, hard to tell. The next day, the horse runs away and everyone's freaking out. Oh my gosh, we lost the horse. And the farmer says, good or bad, hard to tell. The next day, the horse comes back and actually brings back another horse. It was its mate. Everyone's excited. Oh my gosh, this is going to double the income of the farm. Farmer says, good or bad, hard to tell. The next day, they go on a ride with the horses. The son is riding the second horse. Son falls off, breaks his leg. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. He broke his leg. Farmer says, good or bad, hard to tell. Then from there, the next day, the army shows up. They are in a full-on war, and they are recruiting full-bodied men into this service. But his son has a broken leg, can't join. Good or bad, hard to tell. And the whole point of this story is to show that the meaning that we attach to things is the story that we tell ourselves. And we don't know how the story is going to play out. And so by going in and emotionally saying, oh my gosh, this is such a bad sign, we don't know how it's going to play out. Keep showing up the next day. And if you do that, I guarantee you that you're going to actually see a different chapter of the story. So hopefully this video has connected with you and resonated with you. If it has, comment, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that on this channel. If you want to look into coaching and what we do with a bunch of nerds around the world, That link is going to be down below. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.